Aussie. 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 Angry. Aussie. Angry.
Hey, there we go. Rounding out the weekend with the live stream with my funky Domestic Cats t-shirt. Sort of 60s retro style of illustration. Buying things off the internet, people. That's what it's all about. Buying things from the internet. So I don't just buy booze, although I've bought a lot of booze off the internet in the last year. But I've also bought clothes. In fact, bought a reasonable amount of clothes on the internet. So, and a few other things as well. I think I got my ring light on the internet, a few gadgets and whatnot. Megaleech, good evening, sir. How are you? In the fine land of Tasmania. And Chris from Freedonia, Freedom Land. What else can we say? But hello, Chris. How you doing, man? Free Dominion? No, that doesn't work. Trying to think of different names. But we shall cruise on. Cruise on. Had an actual human visitor in my house today, which is still slightly unusual. It's been completely legit for me to have visitors in the house for, 5 months. No, we're in May. It's been like 6-7 months. It's been completely legit for me to have visitors in the house. And I do occasionally have visitors in the house, but it's still kind of, oh, look, an adult human came into the house. Fuck me. Look out. Yes, Chris, freedom is flowing over you, flows over you, into you, through you, out of you. You exude freedom, and that's why we like having you here. Salumi, hello to you. Chris, people are overrated. This interacting with people is good, but no, it was fun. It was just one of the local YouTubers who talked about with meetups and stuff in the past, and I'd said this thing like, oh, if anyone ever wants to collaborate, just tell me, hit me up. And she just messaged me and said, hey, do you still want to do collaborations? I said, yes. I said, do you want to come over and drink cocktails? And she said, yes. So we actually had outdoor day drinking cocktails today, making daiquiris with different sugar syrups that I have. So I've got 2 drinks. I've got my non-alcoholic beverage, which is actually a real mix of different, it's actually even got a little bit of mint in it, but it's got different fruit juices in it. And it's nice. It's a little bit tart, but not too tart. It's not too sweet, not too tart. I also have a really strong martini because I was making Mrs. Angry a martini and trying to explore. I thought, okay, she might like a martini that's got more vermouth, so it's like not as dried, not gin heavy. So I made her like a 50-50 martini. So it's 50% gin, 50% vermouth. And she's going, oh, that's okay. I was like, I'm going to make it the one I like, which is really dry. It's like kind of like 5 parts gin to 1 part vermouth. And I was going to use a dry vermouth as well. And I got distracted. I had my mixing glass and I'd put like 2.5 ounces of gin in it. Mrs. Angry's cocktail only had like 1.5 ounces of gin in it. Just go, oh, this is okay. It's not bad, but I don't love it. So we'll tweak it. And I thought, oh, maybe I'll do a little bit. And I'd gotten distracted and forgotten that I'd put all this gin in the mixing glass. I thought there was just a little bit of water like melting off the ice. I thought I'll just top up her martini a bit and might dilute it a bit. She might like it more. And An enormous amount of liquid came out of the mixing glass, and I'm like, that's weird. And it still hadn't twigged, dude. You idiot! You had already put like 2.5 ounces of gin in that mixing glass. And the Mrs. Angry tasted. I went, oh, is that worse? Oh wait, I just realized what I did. I've made a terrible mistake. I've poured a ridiculous amount of gin into your martini. And she's like, I don't like that. So I took that one, which is just like heaps of gin, and made her another one. Good evening, Celtic King, Toby, Luke. Good to see you. Yeah, Chris, it is. I love collaborating with people. It just makes things more interesting. Oh, currently in negotiations with a few people saying, hey, do you want to come over for a Friday night live stream? So we might, in the coming weeks, this week might be too close to organize it, but who knows? I think Abigail wants to come over this week. We'll see. But we could have just a whole bunch of live guests in a live stream. We might have a small party happening here, and I might mix a few drinks. So that would be fun. If we actually get a few people physically here for the live stream, it would be fun. I don't know if you can see it. There's a little black olive in the bottom of my glass. I don't really like olives, but Mrs. Angry does. And so there's a little bit of the olive garnish fell in. So I didn't intend to be drinking a really strong martini, but here we are. So yeah, Mrs. Angry has been experimenting with a dirty martini with olive brine, because kind of like your traditional garnishes for a martini are either olives or a twist of lemon. And someone somewhere along the line got the idea like, oh, I like olives. They're a bit salty and I like mixing a drink. I'd like it to be even a bit more salty. Pour some of the olive brine in here. And that's what's known as a dirty martini. The three big descriptors of martinis, if you've ever wondered when someone's saying these weird things about martini, dirty means it's got olive brine in it. Dry means it's mostly gin and just a small amount of vermouth. Wet means it's more vermouth. Luke, okay, your anxiety is up, which is way back. Got mind off. So good, man, dude. That's just distractions, Luke. We can deal this, and do it. So yeah, those are the three big descriptors of martinis: wet, dry, and dirty. Dirty's not really traditional, but you can. It's fairly common these days to actually add some of the olive brine to the drink. Earthcrow, hello. And the one made famous by the hit Netflix show, The Queen's Gambit, the Gibson Martini, which is just a dry martini with pickled onion as the garnish, cocktail onions as the garnish rather than olives or lemon twist. That's the only difference. It's just when people say Gibson Martini, it's like, oh, that sounds special. It's just a dry martini with cocktail onions on a skewer. I bought some cocktail onions solely to make a Gibson for my YouTube channel, because everyone's talking about the Gibson for the Queen's Gambit, because that's a thing on the Queen's Gambit. Gibson Martinis feature very heavily. So we do that. But yes, it's really absurd that, because you say what's in a martini? It sounds so simple: gin and vermouth, right? And then you can have different garnishes. But there are all these different ratios. Like some people just want the tiniest amount of vermouth, mostly gin. There's jokes attributed to Winston Churchill, who was a major fucking alcoholic, really liked drinking gin. And the story goes, because most vermouth is Italian, not solely, you get French vermouth. I've got Australian vermouths that are fucking awesome. They're very good. But vermouths originated in Italy. So it was reputed that Churchill would order his martinis. He just wanted, like 2 or 3 ounces of dry gin, and then just wave the glass in the general direction of Italy, which was his way of saying, I just want a hint of vermouth in there. Okay. So Yeah, so there's a whole spectrum of how people do ratios, and then there's the garnishes. So a martini, even just with those really accepted things, it's just gin, it's just vermouth, and it's maybe these garnishes, but there are all these ratios. There are hundreds of different drinks that are still a martini, and that's without even taking into account the uncounted numbers of gins and vermouths in the world. Gins in particular, I think it's very safe to say there are thousands of different gins available in the world today, if not tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands. And there would absolutely be hundreds of vermouths, if not thousands of vermouths available in the world. And so when you take it, and each one of those has its own flavor profile. So each one of those is going to make a martini taste different. So I don't know, you're up into the millions or uncountable numbers of different tasting drinks that are all martinis. So the martini is an elusive beast. That's all I'm saying. And I happen to like them with a lot of gin. Maybe not so far as Winston Churchill. Was the guy that movie Kingsman, where the guy's been, educated in the way of a Kingsman, and when he's ordering his martini, he says, pour the gin and then just show it to a bottle of unopened vermouth, which is, again, whenever people say those weird things about kind of not really putting vermouth in, it's like, do you actually just want a glass of gin? Why are you not just asking for a glass of gin? But I always assume it means it's like a joke, but they mean just a smidge of gin, just a smidge of vermouth. I just want this hint of vermouth. Evening, Safa. Oh yeah, look, I always look up. I don't always use something, but there are websites where you can look up, has someone declared this day something day? And it's always something. Someone's always declared the thing something day. And there was a big list for today. Obviously, Mother's Day is today. I thought that was a bit obvious. But it's known as Lost Sock Day or Lost Sock Remembrance Day, where we remember the fact that how the fuck do I lose so many socks? I come out of the laundry and it's like, no, I wore a pair of socks. Why did only one sock come out of the laundry? How is that possible? And that's just, I feel like that's a universal thing. So yes, for whatever mysterious reason, today is known, among other things, as Lost Sock Day. In fact, if I look it up, the National Day for May. So the various things that today is, besides Mother's Day and Lost Sock Memorial Day, it's Moscato Day, which is a type of aromatized wine that you use in cocktails sometimes. Butterscotch Brownie Day, which to me is absurdly specific, and National Sleepover Day. Oh God, tomorrow's apparently fucking Jordan Peterson Day. National Clean Up Your Room Day. It's also National Lipid Day, National Shrimp Day, National Washington Day, and National Women's Checkup Day. There you go. That was weird. About a firewall thing. So on May 10th, I think that's when Washington became a state. But no, it's not. It's stupid. But anyway, there you go. There are always days. Earthcrow, you might be right. Socks all just merge into one stinky beast in another dimension. Oh no, Luke, definitely. If you don't wear socks, your shoes will smell bad. Your feet get all sweaty and gross in shoes if you don't wear socks. That is absolutely a thing. That's. I think socks have like, well, four purposes if you count fashion, if you want to show off the socks. But I think socks are keeping your feet warm, cushioning your feet a bit so the shoe's less likely to hurt your feet, and also to stop your foot being so sweaty inside your shoe and being gross. I think those are the functions of socks. That's great. Shrimp Day. It's nice to have a special day for short people. I would be willing to bet, I get that you're joking there, I would be willing to bet there's a day that's actually called National Short Person Day. I would be willing to bet that exists. So, interspersing my overly strong martini with my non-alcoholic beverage, just mixing it up, trying to stay hydrated before I got to go to work tomorrow. I was going to taste it, and I still will, I think. Oh my God, I've actually drunk so much alcohol today because my friend Tamaya came over and we did a collab video where we made 4 daiquiris, which is a really simple drink. It's just rum, lime juice, and sugar syrup. And we made 4 of these and split them. So it's the equivalent of having 2 daiquiris each, which is 4 shots of rum. So there's 2 shots of rum in each daiquiri. But we split them in half and made them with 4 different sugar syrups. So we just were taste testing to see if they tasted different. And they did, not hugely, but there was subtle differences between each, which was interesting. So yeah, the sugar syrup you use makes a difference. Big surprise. But so yes, in the afternoon, I had basically 4 shots of rum. Yeah, now I'm drinking this martini, which had, God, I think it had 4. Yeah, no, it had 4 shots of gin in it and 2 shots of vermouth. So this is really alcoholic. So I just sobered up from the daiquiris, from the rum drinks, and now I'm drinking a really strong martini. Look out. Okay, we're only 15 minutes into the stream. So I'm going to, alternate sips. The martini, it's not that cold anymore. I've had it for a long time. I like martinis to be very cold. That's why you stir them with ice. Dilutes them a little bit, which is good, and but most importantly, chills them. And in fact, martinis, God, I'm going to make some freezer martinis, I think, because, I'm going to make a fucking freezer martini, which will be, I might do a blend of a couple of different gins and some vermouth, and then put it in a bottle and put that in the freezer because it won't freeze. The alcohol content is too high for it to freeze. And then I can just occasionally bring it out and pour it straight into a martini glass and have this fucking super chilled I'm doing it. I'm doing a freezer martini. That's a thing that's going to happen. Earthcrow, you're imagining my body at a crematorium in the distant future. It's going to take him a couple of days to put out the fire. I'm thoroughly saturating my tissues with alcohol. So if they cremate me, it's going to take a couple of days to put out the fire, and which I'm all for. So that's the thing. So cheers. It's really funny making these cocktails today with Tamaya, because as soon as I sort of mix them, pour them, because it's 2 shots of rum, so you're not mucking about. But it's a white rum, and to me, that's not a particularly strongly flavored rum. But because Tamaya hasn't been drinking drinks like that, she just pours it out. She goes, "Holy crap! Ooh, I can smell that already." And I was like, "Oh my God, I've been around too much alcohol because I'm not really noticing it." So the contrast for someone who hasn't been around as much alcohol as I have for the last year was very interesting to see. Yes, Luke. Well, there's not so much that I'm hot, but if I'm on fire, I'm really on fire. Yes, Earthcrow, I want a funeral pie. Yeah, I don't actually, if we're going to do it, I don't want to go to a crematorium. Build me like a Viking funeral pyre, like a huge fucking bonfire, and put me on top of it and light it, and just, you know, have my ashes be carried up to the stars. I wonder what my offspring are going to do when I tell them that's the funeral I want. Probably the first thing they'll say is, "That's illegal, you idiot." And I'm like, "Oh, boo hiss. Who says?" And they'll say, "The government says." And I was like, "Well, you know, that just sucks." I'm going to look that up online. Is it legal to cremate yourself on a bonfire? And it's going to come back, no, it honestly is not, for a number of reasons. One would be health issues. Another one would doubtless be that seems like the sort of thing someone might do if there was foul play and they were trying to hide your body. Mega Leech, that's the Game of Thrones one, a boat lit with a flaming arrow. Put me in a boat covered in wood and fuel and fire a flaming arrow. That was the river people. The Tullys did that, which is cool. But I still just want a big bonfire, a funeral pyre. Luke, I reckon you're right. Do it in Frankston. Anything goes in Frankston. That would not, if you did that on a Saturday night in Frankston, that would not even be the weirdest thing that was happening in Frankston that night. I just realized I had to check a message. Sorry, I just do. Because besides shooting a video with Tamaya, she accidentally left her coat behind, which she says is her favorite coat. So we've got to get to it, but apparently she's doing a house inspection somewhere not that far away, so she can maybe pick it up tomorrow. I think she actually lives in Frankston. Either she does or recently lived in Frankston, because we were talking about that. So good. So good, man. Better call Saul. Hellion, hello to you, Kirsten. And cheers. I think you'd appreciate how much gin has been in this martini. I'm slowly working my way through. You've returned from the nation's capital. What were you doing in Canberra? Back home to Sydney now. Woof. So, finishing this really strong martini in the first half hour of the stream. Only bought 5 bottles of booze. Nice, but how many venues did you visit to get the 5 bottles of booze? Oh, did I tell you Steve the bartender is going to said he'd send me a bottle of his gin, which is very cool, and I'm waiting with bated breath for his gin to arrive. Earthcrow, your Tourette's has been at home past few days, and you punch yourself in the face without a single argument. It's funny because it's true. Which is the interesting thing about Tourette's, because it's been sort of folklorized into people think it's about involuntary swearing or saying inappropriate things involuntarily, which is one way it manifests, but it's got a whole bunch of physical manifestations as well. Oh, that's super nice. Kirsten went to visit husband's mum for Mother's Day. Nice. And as an excuse, bought 5 bottles of booze. I like it. I had a rarity this week actually buying some American booze. And that was just because I happened to look in the bottle shop next to the Coal Swallows at the supermarket, and there was a couple of bourbons that were on special. So basically saved $25. So I'm like, yeah, I'll get that. No, actually, I got an Irish whiskey. Sorry, I got Jameson's Stout Edition, which is very interesting. I've got to use that in a cocktail at some point. I did do a taste test of it, and it does genuinely have that beer taste. It has that hopsy sort of flavor, and it's got the bitterness on the end of the palate. So I've got to use that in a cocktail. I want to see what that's like in a cocktail. And I got some Wild Turkey 101, 101 proof bourbon, which is good for cocktails. And yeah, I saved like $25. So I was like, oh, okay. I don't often buy foreign products these days, particularly not in whiskies. I've got like a whole bunch of Australian whiskies here. But, you know, every now and then buy something from a big international producer. Well, you got some good gin. Nice. Oh, look, are there people on YouTube that cook while having Tourette's? That would be interesting and possibly dangerous if they have physical tics. Speaking of good gin, Kirsten, I made this with Patient Wolf Summertime, which I know you like. Oh, I like it. It's a fucking good gin. So it's made with Summertime Gin and Maiden Eye Vermouth. Nice. Oh, you were with the mother-in-law for the buying process. Nice. Was it all gins, or did you buy something else? Earthgrow, watching a few Tourette's over the week, you realize you do mini seizures. That's a relatively common manifestation, physical tics or mini seizures. Yeah. So yeah, man, I hope things are okay. That you seem a fairly together chap, and I know it can be an interesting challenge living with something like Tourette's. So I hope, you know, it's cruising on for you. By the way, look, check out. I'm going to properly show off this shirt. This is the first time I've worn this shirt. I've been buying them from websites online. See, it's a cat. It's like cats in a domestic situation in the 60s. A couple of cats. They got their drink. And they've got lots of cat ornaments for some reason. Very 60s cats in a domestic situation. Kirsten, so 2 gins, a slow, butterscotch schnapps, and a rye whiskey. That sounds like a fine haul. An absolutely fine haul. Got to go on another trip somewhere sometime soon where I can actually visit distilleries. South Australia would be good. I'd love to visit Applewood. But yeah, it is. I bought so many of these shirts. I bought 6 of these shirts in one order, and 3 of them have arrived, and they tell me the other 3 are on the way. One is a cocktail themed shirt, which I'm really looking forward to. But they've all got these. Some are completely abstract and whatnot, but they're all got this real 60s retro vibe on it. So Earthgrow, don't let it get you down. Can be quite funny. You've done things to manage it, like Toastmasters. Excellent, man. See, this was it. You're a together guy. It's excellent. Yeah, finding ways to work with things and not let me get you down. Earthgrow, you like the cats? I like the cats. The cats just in their domestic situation, reading, like they're in their lounge room, and they have. I love how they actually have cat ornaments as well. Because I guess humans have ornaments that are little human statues. So why wouldn't cats in their sort of 60s hipster pad have cat ornaments? It makes sense. Kirsten, you want to go to South Australia too? We should do that fucking road trip we were talking about on the live stream one time. Get a bunch of people. Oh, look, you're actually in Adelaide. There you go. Yeah, get a little bus and do a road trip. So fun place with distilleries, Beechworth. So Lumi, I'm definitely going to come because I've got a bunch of friends in Adelaide. So definitely going to come over at some point. It's really overdue. Yeah. Oh yes, Salumi drinks. Oh my god. I have to talk to my friend who had she had a YouTube channel back in the day called Ms. Burpee. Her and a hubby are, well, they're filthy rich as far as I can tell. They have a boat. Last time I was there, I went out on their boat with Corey, and they're really cool people. They were really fun, and oh man, I could have a fucking cocktail party at their place. Shit. Okay, yeah, I'm hitting up Burpee and saying we should come to Adelaide, and I'll be bartender at a cocktail party at your place, and we'll just go off. That would be great. Go and visit some of the distilleries, buy product, and then come back and have a party and make cocktails. That'd be fucking great. Earthcrow, you've been to Adelaide since 95. Last time I went there, it's probably at least 5 or 6 years ago, at least. And it was to meet some YouTubers, to hang out with YouTubers. Earthcrow, you like the burpees. Are you talking about the fitness thing, or you know the people I'm talking about? Because they're very cool people. I got to hang out with them when I was last there. Luke, if I bring the Vegemite vodka to Adelaide, I actually think it's still in the fridge because it's so terrifying. I made it years ago and it's just terrifying, and I haven't touched it for years. I think it's still in the fridge. God, I should check it out at some point, actually, because maybe actually what I should do is milk clarify the Vegemite vodka, and that might tame it down a bit and actually make it taste nice. That is a really good idea. I might do that because that might actually make it taste nice. Oh yeah, Earthcrow. Okay, so you remember Ms. Burpee as a YouTuber? Yeah. Yeah, I got to hang out with him in Adelaide a while back. They're very fun people. Yeah, look, okay. I think that's the thing we have to organise sometime this year. I want to go to Adelaide. See who else wants to go. Hello, Abigail. How are you this fine evening? I was talking a bit earlier, actually, Abigail, because we were talking about you coming over for a live stream. Now I've got a couple of other like YouTube pals who want to come over for a live stream. So we might actually have a mini party here one Friday night. A whole people actually coming in to join in, physically be here for the live stream, which would be fun, and make cocktails and, you know, get shit-faced and stuff. It's like one of my friends, we said, I like the idea, but on Friday, I'd need somewhere to crash. And I went, dude, we have space. I can had people crash here from live streams before. So I know, look, okay, Adelaide is kind of a big country town, but there's really good things in Adelaide. Oh, a birthday party for Nettie. Yes, because it was just Nettie's birthday. And we were talking about doing it. Yeah, Chris, sadly, there's an ocean in the way. Yeah, Nettie wanted to do a party at her place at one point. So we should definitely have a birthday party either here or at Nettie's place. Because, yeah, she did want to have a party. Not sure how far we got with that, though. That sums it up, Salumi. Adelaide, good for tourists, but country as fuck. It is. And having grown up in the country, Adelaide's just a big country town. But beautiful food and drink. And it's a really nice place. Absolutely worth it. Yes, eventually we'll do a housewarming party at Nettie's place. We could even do a little bar crawl in the city and then literally crawl back to Nettie's place to finish it off. That would be fun, I think, if we did a bar crawl around, not that many, because there's that many we'd get you, but go to 3 or 4 different bars, have a drink at 3 or different bars. Oh, yes, we still need help with the loft bed. Okay, we need to reach out. Someone, I'll go on the socials. I must know someone who's got a ute or a van. We could maybe do it next weekend. Get that loft bed moved. Yeah, we'll try and organise the moving of the loft bed this weekend. We should be able to do it. Safa, did you miss much? Had Indian for dinner. Nice. I had a Berry Crunch meal replacement bar for dinner. And I had a meal replacement shake for lunch. And I had a meal replacement chocolate bar for breakfast. I love eating chocolate bars for breakfast. It's awesome. Edgar, you're hoping for a transfer to Adelaide when you work for Ozpost. Only stopped by a shift manager who lied about behaviour. Oh, well, that sucks. But at least management later tore up his lies in front of you. They eventually took your side. The meal replacement stuff's actually... Oh, fuck. Mrs. Angry made this thing today because I made... Because I chuck extra stuff in my meal replacement shakes. I put a banana in, so I've got like a bunch of banana. I've always got bananas. I put a banana in and some ice, and so it's the shakes are a bit more when I make them. And then I saw this suggestion on a website to make a sugar syrup for cocktails. And I've talked about this on the streams, and I made things. All you do with banana peels, cover it in sugar, and there's so much water in banana peels, the sugar just kind of leaches the water out of the banana peels and goes really liquidy, and you get a nice lightly banana flavored sugar syrup, which is one of the ones I made a daiquiri with today, which is quite nice. And I know, just because I was doing that, Mrs. Angry went, oh, I wonder what else you can do with banana peels. And she goes on Google, what can you do with banana peels? And found this vegan recipe for banana peel bacon, which sounds ridiculous, right? But you scrape off all the white stuff, so it's just the peel, and then you put all these different spices and whatnot and maple syrup, and then you fry it like in a pan. And Mrs. Angry made this today, and I swear to fucking God, it tasted like maple bacon. It had sort of smoky maple bacon. It had that really distinct smoky bacon flavor in it, and because there was maple syrup in it, it had maple, so it was like smoky maple bacon. And it's completely vegan. You just do it with spices and whatnot. It was really fucking good. I do not believe I spent part of my day just eating banana peels going, this tastes like bacon. But it actually does. It's fucking amazing. And by sheer coincidence, Tamea, who came over today, she's vegan. And we said, oh, you mean we were just eating vegan bacon made out of banana peel? And yeah, I know, Kirsten, I agree. It sounds horrible. It absolutely sounds horrible. It was bizarre how yummy it was. Like, I was just like, eating banana peel sounds fucked. Because when I posted on the Steve the Bartender cocktail crew on Facebook that I'd made this banana syrup that was only very lightly banana flavored, this other dude says, I did the same thing, but then I pureed the banana peel in a blender and strained the whole thing, and that tastes super banana-y. And I was also, yeah, but it also sounds gross. It's banana peel sounds gross. And obviously it wasn't, because this guy said it was really good and really banana-y. But I was just like, oh, it sounds gross. And then Mrs. Angry gets the thing, oh, look, here's this recipe for banana peel bacon. And I was like, that sounds terrible. That sounds absolutely terrible. And she did the thing, you marinate it, you put this recipe together with the spices and the whatnots, and you marinate it. And she said, like, smell that. And I smelled there's the marinating. That smells like bacon. It's really weird how much that smells like bacon. And then she cooked it, just like pan fried it. And it was absurdly yummy, because conceptually eating banana peel sounds disgusting to me. Eating fried banana peel, possibly worse. But that's what I spent part of today eating, fried banana peel. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous, but it was really yummy. So yeah, Kirsten, this is like being more sustainable, making cocktails and stuff. This is why I make the syrups using the fruit peel, because when you juice all your fruit, you're throwing away a lot. So if there's a way to be a bit more sustainable and use it, there's a website that was the one where I originally found out about oleosaccharum, which is a sugar syrup made from the peel from citrus. You cover it in sugar and leach that thing. But they have one that they describe as a cross between juice and stock made for from the waste, and they call it juice. So citrus stock and juice. So like I'll read the thing. So to make citrus stock, I'll play blah, 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 blah. Citrus husks. So it's one where you've cut the citrus in half and juice them, right? So yeah, so you boil water, add the citrus husks and boil for 5 minutes. So you remove from the pot and strain it, give the husks a quick press to get the last of the liquid out, and then put the liquid back on heat without the lid, bring it to the boil, simmer, reduce it by 1/3, and add sugar, add acid like citric acid and whatnot, and then you filter it and you're good. So it's like use some citric and some malic acid. I'm going to make that at some point. It sounds weird AF, but I'm absolutely going to make it. So it sounds really weird, but I'm definitely going to make it. You're getting a bit extra use out of citrus. So yeah, that one sounds a bit weird, but I definitely want to try it at some point. So what do they use it for, actually? Oh, Kirsten, Henry makes amazing fucking stuff. There's this guy who's the brand ambassador for the Applewood Distillery. Kirsten and I often watch when he live streams and whatnot. The creativity, like, holy shit, he's a good brand ambassador. The creativity he brings to making drinks using native botanicals and fruits and infusions and whatnot, very creative. So what do they actually use? So industry wakens the fact we need to stop fucking the planet with every daiquiri we make. Citrus is front and center. It's a waste product. They use it to make curacao, which is interesting. So juice, a very big part of this recipe's development has been its applicable use. We realize at some point, little fresh goes a long way. So now you'll find us blending stock 50-50 with fresh juice. So that's what they do. They get this stuff and they blend it 50-50 with fresh juice. Okay. That's what you use this for. Okay, so you mix it 50-50 with fresh juice. What are their recipes for pink citrus? What is that? Pink citrus. So water, hibiscus, lime husks, agave, citric acid. So heat water, add hibiscus. Don't let it boil, just simmer. With husks in a heat-proof container, pour the hibiscus tea over the lime, let it stand for 5 minutes. Strain and measure. As limes are porous, they'll usually actually absorb a bunch of water. So for every liter of water, you wind up with 700 ml yield. Add the agave and the citric and malic acid, stir to dissolve. bottle it. Ah, so that's like for a mixer. I want to try that one too. Okay. And then they also made a curacao. Where's that? Okay, curacao here. Their recipe for curacao. So, orange husks, water, cognac. Okay. So, put orange husks, bring it to the boil, add sugar, salt, and acid. Give the husk a quick squeeze, add water to the pot, keep the husks, cover it and boil till it's reduced by 2/3. Orange infusion. So some of the orange husks you had before, add to cognac, seal airtight. I love this instruction. So seal airtight and leave. Step 3, seal airtight, leave at room temperature, somewhere safe for 24 hours. Step 4, go eat, sleep, work, fuck, party, whatever you do for 24 hours. So then you remove the husks, give a quick squeeze, and then you blend. So the first bit was like an orange stock, and the second bit was the orange infusion into cognac. And then you add vodka to it to up the alcohol, I guess. Then you filter that and you're done. Wow. Wow, that's another one to try. Make your own curacao. Speaking of bad-looking food, one of your brothers like to cook something literally looks like vomit. That tastes good. Oh, God. Salumi, what Optifast bars are all right? Depends on your taste. They have chocolate, which I think is fucking awesome. And also, I just think it's funny eating chocolate for breakfast. And it's healthy, or it's weight loss at least. I think it's hilarious that I eat a chocolate bar for breakfast. So there's chocolate, there's cereal, which is pretty good. There's berry crunch, which is good. And there's a cappuccino bar. And I don't like coffee flavor, but Mrs. Angry says the cappuccino bar is good. So depending on your taste, they're all good. But I admit to particularly liking the chocolate bar. Yeah, Kirsten, I've got to make these things. I've got to make these things for my channel. They sound great. Yeah, Trash Tiki is a fucking great website. They haven't updated it in a while. Their catch cry is hashtag drink like you give a fuck, because they're into sustainability and whatnot. And in fact, because they've had last year, they had a bit of a reckoning with tiki is a pretty gross and appropriative thing. And so they're planning to drop the tiki from their name and just call themselves Trash now, which is great. And they have some good cocktail. They have a bunch of really interesting articles, and like there's a water. Okay, here's another one they have to avoid waste. A watermelon rind cocktail. Cordial, I should say, not cocktail. So yeah, watermelon rinds. You throw them out, and it's just watermelon rinds and sugar. So you chop up the watermelon rinds, put them in a large container, cover them with sugar, seal the container, leave in a refrigerator. Don't leave it longer than 24 hours because watermelon goes off. Most of the sugar would dissolve into a liquid. Give it a little stir. Put it in a blender, blend until the sugar is completely dissolved, strain it, and you're good. So it says this has a shorter life than some, given that watermelon can go off a bit quickly. They're saying it's actually, they reckon it's only got a fridge life of 1 to 2 days. That'd be a very quick way. I'd do that because they're saying it goes off straight away. I do that to make a punch for a party, I think. Make this watermelon rind cordial the day before the party and then put it in a punch and, add rum or something. That'd be fucking great, actually. So, Silimi, you're going to get back to having shakes as well, protein powder. Oh, apparently, one of the shortcomings of Optifast is you might not get enough fiber. So when I make the shakes, Mrs. Angry, we've got this fiber powder that you don't even taste and protein powder. Apparently you can be a bit short on protein on Optifast as well. So when I make the shakes, I have the shake, if not every day, every other day, I'll have a shake. And I had a banana and I had a couple spoons of fiber and a spoon of protein powder and whiz. I also I do a thing, someone gave me the suggestion, put a little bit of ice in and blend that in as well. Adds just a little bit more volumes. It's just water you're adding, but it makes it really nice and cold and I like it. Earthcrow, it's not Metamucil, although you could add Metamucil, but Metamucil's got a really distinctive taste. There's this, I'll show it to you actually, it's just here. I'll show it to you. So this stuff, Benefiber, beneficial fiber, dissolves completely in beverages and soft food, and it's got no taste. You don't even realize it's in there. So this is in supermarkets and chemists. Put a couple spoons of that in. So apparently, things to be aware of with Optifast is you may need to supplement fiber. You may need to supplement protein. Also, you're going to fart heaps. You are absolutely going to fart heaps with Optifast. Fairly warned be ye. You will shit less and fart more. So, yes. Luke, I don't think the pre-recorded videos are any good for me anymore. I don't want to be the angry guy on YouTube anymore. I don't know. It's like running its course. And there's other people who do it, and they got really big channels. And if I try and get back into it, I just have fuckwits saying, "You're just copying such and such," and I just don't have the motivation. And it could definitely negatively impact on my work life, which I don't want. So I'm just more focused on the cocktail stuff at the moment. I guess I've had my angry ranting days. I got it out of my system. And I like these live streams and I like making the cocktail videos. I keep having ideas for doing angry ranting stuff, but I honestly just don't think it's of any benefit to me to do it. So that's why I haven't been doing it, because it just doesn't feel like it's any benefit to me. So not to sound super selfish or anything, but I want things to be of benefit to me. So, yeah. So, yeah, and there's, besides probably the other worthwhile one looking into if you're doing shakes as meal replacements, besides Optifast, there's one that the CSIRO helped develop, which, solid science and all that. This one, Flexi. That was developed with the CSIRO. So there you go. And I would avoid all the other brands, basically. Yeah, no, Abigail. On the one level, I used to be cool, and on another level, I was never cool. And but I'm probably not going back to the angry rant videos because I just don't think they're of any benefit to me. So I just like chilling on the live streams. Although I do get angry every now and then on live streams, and doing the cocktail videos. So that's the way it goes. Yeah, Earthcrow, That's actually a good point. I mean, I kind of miss. I like the Angry Ranch, but there's just so many people doing it, and like way bigger channels than me. So it's kind of like, what's the point? I'm not going to gain from it. So c'est la vie. I just want to do a slow and steady. I want to grow my cocktail channel to the point people send me free booze. That's kind of what I want from my cocktail channel, because I'm never going to make more on YouTube than I do in my day job. I've got a really well-paying day job, so I don't want YouTube to interfere with that. To make more than my day job, I'd have to be in the top 1% of the top 1% on YouTube, and that's just not going to happen. I have no delusions about that. So it needs to be fun. What I do needs to be fun. And the Angry Rants were shit heaps fun. That's why I did them. But I just feel like I got them out of my system, after 15 years. 14 years. I think I'm up to 14 years on YouTube. I'm coming up on an anniversary. I think it might be the 14th anniversary of the first video I put on YouTube. Kirsten, the annoying guy has never come back, but he never came to every stream. But it makes me suspect he was actually on one of the streams but not commenting when I mentioned the next time he pops his stupid fucking head up, I'm banning him. But maybe that's a coincidence that he hasn't been back since I've been talking about it. Either way, dumb and boring. And if he pops his stupid head up again, I will be blocking him for his own good. It probably won't work because he's a sort of idiot who would do another sock puppet account and whatnot. But it's like for his own good. He needs to lose this fucking obsession because it's fucking weird. It's just when I saw the degree to which he was obsessed with me, it was fucking weird. And I think I would be doing him a favor by blocking him. I'm not sure he'd see it that way. I'm just going to check something, actually. So no, okay. Ooh, what's that message? Troll. Sorry, that's funny. Luke, I haven't had any trolls for a while, but it's mildly amusing when they do pop their head up, because they're usually just so fucking boring, and it's just so much fun having a go at them. Yes, Safra, I'm some sort of a troll magnet. This is true. But, that's the way it goes. So, say la vie, we're just doing the hangout chills. Every now and then I'm tempted to turn this channel, which is eligible for monetization, into my cocktail channel. And then I could potentially just slightly monetize all of that. But yeah, then I go, maybe not. Because I've spent the last year just slowly building the new channel for cocktails. And I think I'd rather it be its own thing. But yeah. Well, yeah, Shannon, it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, whether someone's a troll or a fuckwit. It's just that's almost just depends which lens you look. And I guess the traditional definition of an online troll is someone who's just trying to cause trouble, and they will say things they don't really believe or do deliberately inflammatory things just to cause chaos. And yeah, the guy Shannon's talking about wasn't doing that. He was actually just a fuckwit with really fucked attitudes and a profound inability to listen. But anyway, these things happen. It's the world we live in, and we just got to accept it and move on, essentially, because you can't do anything with people like that. There's just nothing to be done with them. So it's best not to let them get you down. It's best not to dwell on them. But by jings, there are some weirdies out there. There are some fucking weirdies, and it can be very hard when you realize these people are obsessed with you. So this watermelon cordial, to make it a much lighter topic, back that trash tiki we're talking about, that's the same as my banana sugar syrup that I just made. So it's the same thing. It's just sugar leaches, because watermelon rind has so much moisture in it. The sugar just leaches all the water, and it's watermelon flavored water out of the rind. And so you get a watermelon syrup. But I could do like a small batch of that. Like they reckon it's only for one thing. Do a small batch of that and make a particular drink of it. Actually, that would be a fun thing. What's a watermelon cocktail? I did a search on that. What comes up if you search watermelon cocktail? Vodka watermelon cocktail. Well, fuck off. Here we go. Delish. Refreshingly sweet watermelon cocktails. Difford's Guide. Okay, I actually trust Difford's Guide more. Watermelon cocktails. A ripe red slice. Light white rum, white vermouth, watermelon. Oh, Campari. Fuck off, Campari. Watermelon martini. Vodka, watermelon, and dry vermouth. Why vodka? Why would you fuck? Oh, because you're trying to bring the watermelon through. And gin actually has flavor and personality. And I do. That's the thing. You could make a watermelon liqueur. Like make this watermelon cordial and blend it with alcohol. Make your own watermelon liqueur, essentially. See, who says vodka's useless? You could use vodka to do that. Just do a 50-50 thing, so then it'll be 20% alcohol. That's what I might do. I might make a watermelon liqueur, make this watermelon cordial, and then mix it with vodka, and then it'd be a watermelon liqueur. That could work. That could absolutely work. Silly me, you need to look at compost stuff because it's a secret garden at your rental. Okay. Earthgrow, trolls never stayed with you. They seem to shy away from Charlene hitting on them. We're talking about last night's sex with them. That just shows, yeah, they're party poopers. That shows a distinct lack of character to not engage with Charlene, quite honestly. But actually, okay, this is one. I was just thinking, if you actually want a real watermelon flavor in a liqueur, you might want to actually blend, after doing the sugar thing, might want to blend the whole thing and then filter it. Or would the outer rind be too bitter? Would you? I don't know. I don't know whether you'd be better off just doing the sugar thing and filtering that, or actually blending the watermelon rind and then filtering that. Hard to say. I guess experimenting is the way. Yeah, I'd just do a very small batch. Maybe even just like 50 grams of watermelon rind and 100 grams of sugar. And then, 100 grams of vodka. I could do that. Wouldn't be the end of the world if it was awful. I might do that. But yes, this is my recent learning. Various fruits where the peel is mostly water, if you cover them in sugar, the sugar draws out all the water and absorbs the flavor into the syrup. Silly me, you were today years old when you learned the whole watermelon was edible. Some people eat the rind. I've seen it. I've seen people just go, because the standard thing to do with any melon is to eat the inner fruit part, nom, 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 and leave the rind. A lot of people, particularly with the green watermelons, a lot of people eat the rind, which has always squeaked me out, basically. Oh, Salumi, the birth giver, that you told you the peel was toxic on watermelon. Yeah, no, it's bitter. It's not toxic. Although, you'd want to wash it because there can be pesticide and stuff on it. You would definitely want to wash the... that was the thing when Mrs. Angry made the banana peel bacon today, washed it thoroughly before doing it, because you never know what's on the outside, what sprays were on the orchard or whatever. I know you got apples and oranges and lemons grow in orchards. Do you have banana orchards? Is there another name for where you grow bananas? I don't know. But yeah, and so there's probably a few other fruits that have really watery skins. I tell you what, I didn't really do it. There's a plant that grows just out here that is a lily pilly, an Australian native that grows these little red fruits that are sweet, tart, and nice. I ate one or two of them because it really fruited noticeably for the first time this late summer. I'd never noticed it fruiting so much in previous years. And I actually tasted some of them and they were really nice. But they were very watery. Now, that would be one that I could make a syrup out of, cut them in half and cover them with sugar and they leach all the thing. And I could have a lily pilly syrup or a lily pilly liqueur. So you just learn so much as an adult. You were flat out lied to as a kid. It's ridiculous. What purpose does it serve to lying kids about food? They probably weren't lying. They were probably just misinformed. Like they'd been told it was toxic. Kirsten, I think you're right. A banana plantation would be the name. And Carrigan Vegan, hello. The banana peel bacon was fucking great. It was really good. It's bizarre how much it tasted like bacon. Absolutely wild. Yeah, you just use these different herbs and spices and maple, and it tastes the smoked. I've become a huge convert to smoked paprika. Smoked paprika is fucking awesome. I put it on top. Mrs. Angry made a veggie soup. Well, she's been making a few veggie soups lately, and it was a very good soup. But I sprinkled smoked paprika on the top, and it's fucking great. And there's smoked paprika in this banana bacon, and it's absurd how good it was. And it genuinely tasted like smoky maple bacon. It's weird. It's absolutely weird. But I would definitely be voting for that to be made again because I just thought it was really good. Weird as hell, but really good. Weirdly good. It's just quite the revelation. Banana peel bacon was quite the revelation. I think there's some other things that people talk about doing with vegetables, and they call them bacon substitutes. But yes, carrot bacon. That's the one I was trying to think of, Kirsten. Yes. And I've seen someone do that on YouTube. Which is with the peeler, you do really thin strips of carrot and do the same stuff with spices and maple syrup and then pan fry it. And I think the carrot actually goes crispier than the banana peel. Yes. So yeah, carrot bacon, banana peel bacon, do it. Zulumi, that reminds you of Nigella Lawson's cherry tomato couscous with smoked paprika. That's delish. It does sound good. But Yeah, I'm a quite recent convert to smoked paprika. I mean, I've used paprika on stuff before, but for a particular recipe, Mrs. Angry asked me to get some smoked paprika when I was at the supermarket. So, okay, smoked paprika. And I'm a huge fucking convert to smoked paprika now. It's amazing. I'm going to use it in cocktails. I reckon there's a range of cocktails that you garnish it with some smoked paprika on top. One with a foamy top, it would A, look good, and B, just be this really nice savory element. Like when you brought the drink up to drink it, you'd get this waft of the smoked paprika. I'm absolutely going to make some drinks with smoked paprika as a garnish on them. Okay, yeah, you're going to try it? Healthier than, yeah, it is. Well, healthier than actual bacon it's been confirmed as a carcinogen. I mean, I guess it's not super healthy because there's a fairly high sugar element in it, but it was fucking great. Like, I really liked it. I'll look. I will actually post the link. There's probably all you have to do is search Google for banana peel bacon. It's from a website called itdoesn'ttastelikechicken.com. Okay, I'm actually just going to try the Google search method first up, actually. Banana peel bacon. The auto completes. Yeah, it comes straight up. Okay, just do a Google search for banana peel bacon. And it's a website called itdoesn'ttastelikechicken.com. It's fucking great. Look, it's a little time consuming. I like bacon because you buy bacon and just take it out of the packet and chuck it in the pan and it's yummy. I like bacon. This banana peel bacon is definitely a healthier alternative. It's a little time consuming. You have to prepare the peel, then you have to marinate it, and then you cook it. So it's not super difficult, but it's a bit more difficult than opening a packet and whacking the bacon in the pan. So it's not super difficult. You have to scrape all the white stuff, and that's the water. That's the watery bit off the inside of the peel. So it's just the outer peel because that'll crisp up a bit. So then you marinate the outer peel in this thing and pan fry it. So the actual recipe, I'll give you the description. Banana peel bacon. Fuck off with your pop-ups. Seriously. So yeah, you strip the peel, and it's got to be ripe. You don't want green banana peels. You want, your really ripe peel with the brown spots on it and whatnot. So the marinade is soy sauce, maple syrup, smoked paprika, and garlic powder. So it's actually pretty simple. Soy sauce for the umami, maple syrup, smoked paprika for the smoke thing, and garlic powder. So it says marinade for a minimum of 10 minutes, but as long as a few hours. I think Mrs. Angry marinated it for somewhere between half an hour and an hour. So, see, they're saying prep time's only 10 minutes. I guess it is actually really easy to prepare. So the thing is just like banana peel, soy sauce, maple syrup, smoked paprika, garlic powder. Number one instruction, use bananas that are very ripe. Stay very far from green bananas. The bacon will taste terrible. The riper it is, the better the flavor. Mix the marinade. Heat oil in the frying pan. And then you just add the peel. Fry for a couple of minutes until they're golden and bubble up a bit. Make it a bit smoky as the sugars will burn. So make sure you've got your extractor fan on. But it's really fucking good. It is really fucking good. Hey, buddy. So there's a good vegan-friendly falafel at Coles, the Yumi brand ones. I love. Okay, I've not had their falafel, I don't think, But their hummus dip is fucking awesome. They make a really good hummus. Goes well with things tasty, not too dry, so you can eat them by themselves. Nobody doing fairly well this evening, my pal. Hope you are too. We were just talking about banana peel bacon. Weird experiment that was tried in the Angry household today. Massive success. Banana peel bacon, A+. Very good. We'll be having it again. I think I want to save a bit as a garnish for a cocktail. I'm going to make like a watermelon cocktail. Make it a bit. Oh no, that would be the thing. A cocktail that would go well with a savory garnish. Sprinkle some smoked paprika on top, and have a bit of the banana peel bacon as a garnish. Oh, dude, sadly, you had far better days. Ugh, one of those days, dude. Damn. Sad to hear it. But we can but hope better days on the horizon. That's where you have bad days, so you can compare them to the good days. Oh no, you had to call your cousin a fuckwit. Oh dear. That's a bit stressful. That is a bit stressful. Yeah, no, I feel for you. Having familial dramas, real fucking drag, serious drag. Especially if you're completely warranted in calling the cousin a fuckwit. It's even worse that they are an actual fuckwit. Okay. Ooh. It's my non-alcoholic drink finished. I'll try this. Look at this. This is a spectacularly clarified drink, because it was clear to start with, because it was a... Oh, good Lord, it's AIDSy. Hello?
Hello, big guy.
Yeah.
I never know if you're working on Sunday.
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Well, I had fall, and I got fucking sprung. So, I have got to remain radio silent tonight.
Yep, that's fair.
I fell on my right side, which was the same side I fell on the rocks.
Yeah.
And, Jesus, I'm in a lot of pain.
Understand, man. Understand.
So, can you tell the kids I love the shit out of them? And, how did the straw polls go?
There's no point in straw polls, because I'm not having my channel cancelled because of your nudity. So,
That's fair.
yes.
That's fair. I just want to know if they thought it was useful or worthwhile.
The only reply I saw was suggesting it was a bad idea. So, yeah. So that's, yeah. This is AIDSy's asking about his nudity. Oh, good. So, yes. All right. Yes, because just I mean, I think they all picked up that we were talking about your threats of nudity. I think people picked that up.
Okay, I'm going to next time complain.
That's fair. That's fair.
About people not appreciate true art.
Hmm.
And I freaked out at first. By saying, "Oh, are you?"
Okay, I'm actually on a stream and I look kind of stupid just sitting here silently listening to my phone. I just want to say.
Okay, you go.
All right.
Do this, bro.
Alrighty. I'll talk to you later.
I'll talk to you tomorrow in the day.
All right.
And tell you what I did.
All right. Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Okay. Bye. Okay, so that's AIDSy, not in a good way, which is sad. I think he's fallen and he sounds really dopey. So I don't know if that's sleep deprivation or stronger medication, but he is certainly not up to joining the stream. So I don't know. He's tried to move about and couldn't stand up and fallen over and hurt himself. So I'll probably talk to him again tomorrow and find out what is happening. But he's often very resilient and comes back quickly. But yeah, tonight's definitely not a night. Nobody. I'm sure he's always happy to have phone chats, man. So, yes, but I kind of had to let him. He wanted to talk. I kind of let him know I'm actually on the stream now, and it is not the most scintillating of live streams if I'm sitting here silently listening to a phone call. And other times I'd put him on speakerphone, but he's a bit too out of it. So I just had to let him know that I had to go. Because again, his understanding of what time of day it is somewhat challenged. Oh, Abigail, you're going to visit him again tomorrow. Oh, he will like that. He will definitely like that. So, but yes, at some point he'll probably come back on the stream. So, yeah, I think there's some serious concern with the hospital that his balance and motor skills have deteriorated further. So him managing stairs is a particularly significant challenge. And the flat he's living in is up 2 long flights of stairs. No, but I'd suggest if you're going to give him a call, I mean, you could try it tonight. Tomorrow might be better, but he's awake now. But I guess you pass out after an hour because you've taken your night meds. I suspect Aidsy, from how he was in that call, I suspect Aidsy has also taken his night meds. A bit drowsy, and they might be quite strong meds because I think he's hurt himself quite badly. So hopefully he's going to be on the up. So oh my God, I'm just sorry, getting distracted by another really trippy recipe from Trash Tiki thing, a complicated thing they're doing with grapefruit. So you got grapefruit oleo, grapefruit juice, citric acid, malic acid. You got to strain all that because you want it to be clear. You want it cold but not frozen because you're going to carbonate it. So then you carbonate it. Oh, so that's it. It's not that thing. So they're saying grapefruit oleo, grapefruit juice, balance it with amounts of citric acid and malic acid, and then carbonate it. I could do that. Turn it into a grapefruit soda. Very sugary, though. No, but you feel like showing him some agape. I don't know what that is, but it kind of sounds like something AD would like. All right, I'm going to get a glass and some ice, and I'm going to try this, which is going to make for a lot more alcohol consumption than I would normally do on a Sunday, but it's spaced out over about 8 hours rather than like Friday nights where the alcohol consumption is a little bit concentrated. Spread out over about 8 hours. So, I'm just going to get a glass and some ice. Get a big glass. A big double rocks glass. And get a big piece of ice from my big ice cube tray. Oh, still got 2 cubes in it. 1 to go. Put that in there. Ka-chunk. Now, I don't care if this cracks because it's not clear to start with. No, but it's a Greek word, said more like agapa. It's a Greek word for unconventional spiritual love. He would very much appreciate some unconventional spiritual love. An earthquake you got spoke to in hospital once. Wasn't thinking what you're wearing. There's a t-shirt when you got out of bed. Didn't even realize you're showing below the shirt. Oh no. Oh no. I think AZ's very conscious of when he shows off a bit too much. I really love when years ago when he had the big scary, his first really big scary hospital misadventure that became the centerpiece of Code Grey. And there was a benefit for him to help with the bills, and he got on stage to thank everyone at the end of some really quite famous comedians doing routines, and he was still in hospital gown and with a walking frame, and then after thanking everyone, he said, "Turn around, thank you, good night." And then slowly turned around, and he was not wearing anything under the hospital gown, and it had the big gape at the back. And then he really slowly shuffled away from the audience with his ass hanging out. It was brilliant. Chris, you put together your mum's Mother Day surprise, a couple of bouquets, one of candy, one of flowers. That is lovely. That is nice. Oh, nobody, your thing meant unconditional spiritual love. I think we should combine them, man. Give AZ some unconventional spiritual love. We'll do it. Show him some love, man. He'll like that. Very, very, very good. So now this one just looks like water when it's in ice. But I haven't had a proper taste of this one. I just made it this afternoon. Oh, geez, that's good. Oh, that's really good. That's basically gin and my citrus sweet and sour, and that's it basically. I think there's a little bit of mint in it. I can't really taste any mint. Like there was fresh mint in it. Is there anything else? No, that's it. It's gin and my clarified sweet and sour mix, and I shook it with mint leaves. So it basically just tastes really citrusy. Yep, dangerously not alcohol tasting, but it's more than half gin. So it got a significant amount of alcohol in it, but it does not taste like it. There's always making jokes about, because the majority of the clarified drinks color-wise come out somewhere on the spectrum between yellow and amber. Like they're really clear, but they're somewhere between yellow and amber. So always making a joke that they're urine samples. All that varies is the degree of hydration of the person who gave the sample. Now, this person is very well hydrated. There's just a tiny bit of color in that. This one that I made a week or so ago, and I still have, I think this person has problems. I think there's an issue if your pee is green or blue. I think this person has issues. Yes. Ooh, god damn! I like the sound of this drink. I'm sorry. I still had this tab open with watermelon cocktails, tequila, watermelon liqueur, pineapple juice, lime juice, and agave. That sounds fucking awesome. That sounds really good. Christ, all these fucking drinks have, and I know why they have vodka in them, because they want the watermelon to come through, not something else, but still. What was this one? Watermelon with a light rum for Lurnham and lemon juice. That sounds nice. I think I'm definitely going to make this watermelon cordial next time someone gets watermelon, because I don't even like watermelon. Maybe I just do it with banana. I don't know. Chris, love watermelon. Should get some slices from the store. Yes. Mrs. Angry likes melon of various. Next time, now I realize I can do this. Next time there's melon of any description, I'm going to make one of these syrups. There's Mrs. Angry just putting her martini glass back. She'd been having a phone call with her siblings in the UK. I said, I was making Mrs. Angry a martini at the start of the call, which is through my misadventure, as I said at the start, when I accidentally added a ridiculous amount of gin to the martini. That ended up being mine. So, yeah, so now I've got to really think of what to do with these things. The citrus stock is a really interesting one. It's a bit of messing about. But the idea is it's just getting more use out of it. But I have so much, that's more use for a bar. I don't really think I have use for that at home. It's bars, just ending up with buckets full of squeezed fruit at the end of the night. It's a way to reuse that to reduce waste, which is an excellent idea from a sustainability point of view. And also just from a monetary point of view for a bar, it could save them quite a bit of money. When you look at that, it would be, reducing your use of fruit by about half, a third to a half. That ends up to real dollars over time. If you're a bar using a reasonable volume. Cowag and Vegan, you love watermelon and mint in the blender. Betrayed water because it's so damn sweet. See, I would use ice in there, which is adding water. Chris, how do you make syrup out of a fruit? Cover it in sugar, basically. So with some fruit, you do it with the peel, but like with an apple, for instance, like making an apple syrup, you just chop up some slices of apple, and because there's, apple's 90% water, cover it in sugar, and the sugar's going to leach out all the appley goodness, all that great apple flavor, and then you'd have an apple syrup. Any citrus, use the peel, and then it's the oils that come out of the peel. The sugar sort of extracts the oils from the peel, and you have citrus oleo or oleosaccharum. But for fruit that has a lot of water in the peel, and that's definitely melon and banana, you again use the peel and just cover it in sugar, and the sugar leaches out all the water, which also extracts the flavor of the fruit. So making a syrup, it depends which fruit we're talking about. I forget where I saw someone doing some like an apple syrup like that, and I thought, oh yeah, I'd never thought of that. But yeah, because an apple is 90% water, so if you cover it in sugar, it's going to draw the water. It's like the thing you do with strawberries. You slice strawberries and give them a very fine covering of sugar, and it draws all the juice out of the strawberries and makes them super yummy to eat. But if you did that even more, like sliced up some strawberries and just really covered them in sugar, like to an unhealthy level, that would create a strawberry syrup. So basically, sugar has, and I don't know what the correct word for it is, but there's something in the makeup of sugar that it tries to absorb moisture because it starts as a liquid. Sugarcane juice is a liquid, and you have to go through this whole drying out baking process to get sugar. So it's like crystallized sugar wants to turn back into a liquid. So if it's placed around anything that has liquid in it, it will absorb the liquid. So if you do it with like citrus peel, it absorbs the oils out of the citrus peel. If you do it with something that's got a high water content, like banana peel, melon rind, apples, strawberries, pears, any fruit like that, it's going to extract the water out of that and turn into a syrup. So basically, any fruit, like any stone fruit, peaches, plums, all that. If you had that a fresh fruit and peeled it and sliced it and covered it in sugar, the sugar is going to suck all the water out of that fruit and turn into a syrup, and you're going to have a syrup flavored like that fruit, which again, not super healthy because it's sugar, but yummy. Put it in small doses in drinks. Use it to make a cordial or a punch or something, or cocktails as I do. So. I was not sure about this when I made this one, and I was pouring it into here. So, I was using a funnel and whatnot, and there was a little bit left in the thing I poured it from, and I just tasted a few drops, and I thought it didn't taste very nice, and I thought, oh, maybe that's not great. But putting it on ice, it just fucking tastes like sugar because it's about a quarter sugar. This is not good for me. It's like my weight loss thing is going quite well. It would be going better if I stopped drinking cocktails. But fuck that. I've stopped. I haven't stopped eating food. I have massively reduced my intake of food because I was eating way too much. But I must have reduced my calorie intake by at least 50%. It's ridiculous. And I don't even feel that hungry. Every now and then I'll have a snack of something that is junk, and because junk just has all these flavors that addict you and whatnot. And I haven't had it for days. A chip, and it's like, no. Oh my God. Like I have like a couple chips and I just go, I could eat an entire packet of this. That's just setting off all the pleasure centers in my brain. And my brain's going nuts and going, yeah, sure, you had a couple chips and stopped, which is great, but imagine eating the entire packet. Just think about it. Think of the possibility of eating it all, just eating all the chips. So I have largely been very good with, I haven't reduced the snacking to 0, but I like way down, way down. Yes. And Salumi, that's an excellent strategy. Don't have chips in the pantry. It's too tempting. I've been so good because that pantry is fucking full of snacks. It is, because there's other people in the house, and the offspring, the 18 to early 20-year-olds in the house, they need a lot of energy, and they're all fucking skinny. All 3 of them are fucking skinny. So, they're allowed to snack because they're young and skinny with a high metabolism. Was Abigail, don't tempt you. Lord of the Rings, yes. Don't tempt me. With these chips, I would only seek to do good, but through me they would wield a power too terrible to imagine. Yes, there is very much the One Ring energy for junk food. Salumi, buy ice cream on occasion. Other than that, tend to buy food, have to cook to eat. Stop snacking on junk. Excellent strategy. There are some ice creams in there that I've been reasonably good with avoiding. But yeah, today I've been pretty good. What have I done? Like I said, I had a meal replacement bar for breakfast. the chocolate one, which always is just hilarious to me. I'm eating chocolate for breakfast and it's healthy, or it's low calorie at least. I don't know if it's actively healthy. Then I had a shake with a banana in it at lunch. Then I had the banana bacon. Not healthy, a lot of sugar, but yummy and weird and interesting. And yeah, then I had the berry crunch bar for dinner. I don't think I've cheated that much. I think I had some cheese, and that's about it. Mind you, fucking Jessie the Magpie lucked out big time today. She's in luck. I was picking up some things from the supermarket, and there was this thing in the small goods section, shredded ham, a reasonable amount of it. Like I think it's like 500 grams for 90 cents. Like it's like at the end of its use by period, and it was $5 and had been marked down to 90 cents. And I went, okay, so humans might want to eat some of this, but Jessie the Magpie loves this shit. So I'll get this and feed it to her over the next week or so. Earthcree, dog gets excited when he hears the home ice cream truck bell. Give him vanilla ice cream once and he acts like an excited child. Mr. Whippy. Chris, you're going to look for a remote video editing or remote video jobs. Things are open more, but you like being home more you used to. Yeah, well, that's the magic of editing and the cloud and the internet. Someone can say, here's the raw footage, and you can go, cool, download, edit, re-upload, and then they download it. That sounds like a fine strategy, my man. Oh, yeah, cow hugging vegan. Frozen banana blended up is good because it's not just yummy banana taste, but it acts like ice and it chill. I love cold drinks. Like when Mrs. Angry makes these shakes, her shakes are basically room temperature, which puts me off. Like, because I always put ice in mine, and because I like cold, I like cold. So I put ice in it and, whiz it up. But yeah, frozen banana would be great because it's like ice. The high water content of banana, and it blends easily, and then it's just really icy. That would be great. Okay, that's fucking great. Okay, but that's all I'm having tonight. That can last through the week. Oh yeah, cow hugging vegan, definitely better than ice cream. That's the thing. I get what you're saying. Just frozen banana. Yes, I was thinking about putting it in a smoothie. But yeah, if you get just frozen banana and blend it, that would be like a super healthy ice cream alternative. Yeah, just pureed frozen banana. Oh, that sounds fucking great. That actually sounds really good. Might try that one day. If my bananas ever look like they're going off, I'll peel them and freeze them and then blend them up. That sounds great. Yep, time flying. It is, in fact, 9:40, but that's okay. We've been having a good old Sunday night chat. Oh, salumi. That's fucking great. Frozen banana with a little cacao. Yes. Oh, man. I'm actually salivating thinking about that. Frozen banana. There you go. Cow hugging vegan jumped in as well. Add a little bit of cacao. There you go. Great minds. Oh, yes. Salumi, maple syrup. Chris, enjoying the stream? It's been a good stream. Good chat. Really good chat. Really good talks. Nice positive vibe. I think we've had a really positive night tonight, which is good. I've possibly consumed more alcohol than I'd want to tell a doctor about today. Like I said, it's just spaced out over the whole day. But it's funny, like when Tomato was over, like I said, we made 4 daiquiris and divided them up. So we had half of each of them. So we had 2 daiquiris each, which is 4 shots of rum. So that's a lot. But we're like, okay, little taste. We had them in these little tasting glasses. We went, little taste. What does that one taste like? Okay, that's the taste. And then we're like, okay, neck it. So we'd start off really responsibly, just going, little taste, little taste. Okay, I've got an opinion of this one. Knock it back. And we did all this in about 5 minutes. So we had 2 daiquiris in 5 minutes. It's like, okay, cool. Oh, yes, salumi, some shakes and more healthy food substitution. Good idea. Chris, you're starting to love being pescatarian, becoming more vegetarian. Fish isn't hitting you for much anymore. I'm not big on fish. I like some other seafood more, which I never would have expected, but I like this. I like the cephalopods, squid, octopus, calamari. Nicely cooked octopus or squid or calamari is so fucking good. I fucking love it. And the crustaceans as well, crab, lobster, etc. Nicely cooked crab or lobster is very nice. Fish is okay. I'm not big on fish. I've never been big on fish, but fish is okay. So Abigail, fish is your meat eating weakness. Love a good bit of fish. There you go. Okay, that's a good one. If a vampire bites me, I won't sleep in a coffin. I'll sleep in a keg. Just a big whiskey barrel. They make some really big whiskey barrels. If I had to sleep inside wood that just had that whiskey aroma would send me to sleep with very nice vampire dreams. I could get behind it because they make big fuck off barrels. The barrels they age whiskey in vary from this size to definitely human size. You could definitely put a human inside the big ones. If Kirsten was here, she could explain the names of the different sizes because there's names for all the different sized barrels. Chris, you like a smoked salmon? I don't think I do. That's why you're pescatarian. That's when fish is interesting to you. Yeah. Yeah, like I say, I'm not. I don't. Oh, here we go. You are still here, Kirsten. On you say big barrels are called butts. I knew we'd had this conversation. So I like big butts and I cannot lie. Yeah. Jim wants to know a good fish sandwich place. There was a chain around Melbourne for a while, and I don't know if they're still open. I don't know. That's true, Kirsten. A buttload is an actual measurement. So yeah, that is true. And Chris, you like shrimp as well. Yeah, depending how shrimp or prawn is cooked, like pan fried or barbecued with garlic. Yummo. Yum, yum, yummo. So you buy things when they're on special. That's how I dictate what the fucking menu in this house is. I went to the supermarket and the following things were on special. That's what I bought. I bought the things that were on special. Kind of like I was saying, Jesse the Magpie was a big winner from my trip to the supermarket today because there was this thing of shredded ham that was really cheap. And I thought, the humans might eat some of this, but 90 cents, that's for Jesse. Jim, you like prawn anyway? I'm not that fond of prawn when it's just like steamed. That doesn't really appeal to me. But like pan fried with garlic and spices, fuck yeah. I'm absolutely down for that. Swimmy does rice, tin bean, frozen veg. Yeah. And Chris, you like life. Life is easy because you go somewhere. Like we don't have veggie option. You can get shrimp. That's true. Yeah. Earth grows the butt, an incontinental measurement. Could be. Volume of butt. Barrel. A butt is about 108 imperial gallons or 491 liters. So a buttload is almost 500 liters. Good Lord. Or for wine, it is actually more. So a butt is like 500 liters. So a buttload is 500 liters. So a buttload is a buttload. Earthgrey like prawns with garlic, ginger, Szechuan. Nice. Abigail likes a steamed ham. Who doesn't like a steamed ham? Cowhacking Vegan Fish and Chip Shop in Northcote, famous for vegan fish and prawns. Look, feel, taste identical to the real thing. Salumi has homemade kimchi. Kimchi fried rice for days this week. Nice. Yeah. So a buttload is about 500 liters. So a buttload is seriously a buttload. That's why if I was going to be a vampire, I would sleep in a butt that had been used to age whiskey. And I think I'd have very happy vampire dreams. Salumi, you like crocodile with ginger and mango. I did eat crocodile once and it just tasted like rubber. I probably got it from a substandard place. Because if you go to Darwin, they have all the exotic things from the animals that live there. You get crocodile and kangaroo and emu and water buffalo and camel. Probably a couple of other things that I'm forgetting. But yeah, they have all those exotic meats because all those animals are everywhere around Darwin. So yeah, actually that would be accurate. I think, Silomi, 2 buttloads would be a fuck ton. I think that is absolutely accurate. Ooh, Slimy, gonna do some nibbles. Definitely gonna have to do it. Gonna have to do an Adelaide trip sometime this year, I think. Just the world is so weird at the moment. Making plans seems like a fool's errand, but we'll do it. Last time I went to Adelaide, I drove there. Time before I flew. If I do it again, I might fly again. Like, I don't think Mrs. Angry wants to drive there, so I might fly if I go again. I like that, Chris. Your girlfriend's cat gets 1 French fry a week. That's a special moment for the cat. Carrigan Vegan, they also have vegan potato cakes. So good, no carbs had to be taken from their mothers. Oh, right. So the batter is a milk-free batter. Nice. Nice. Oh, yeah. Look, Salumi, if you get to Melbourne and you have the time, we're definitely going to do stuff. Definitely. Abigail, you've only been in Adelaide for refueling at the airport. I think I've been there 3 times. They're all kind of for YouTube related things. So Chris the cat gets just 1 fry. She loves them. Don't know why. I love that 1 fry a week. And the cat looks forward to it. Oh, today's Friday. Fuck yeah. There's an old Dave Allen joke. For those who don't know Dave Allen, he's an Irish comedian and raconteur who's probably most famous in the 70s. And I grew up, his stuff was on endless repeat on the ABC. And he was a really good storyteller. And he had one as like a service in the church talking to men, the married men in the church about their sex life. And the priest running the discussion says, how many men here have sex with their wife every night? And a couple of men go, we do. And you go, oh, okay. So how many men here have sex with their wife every other night? And a few more go, we do. And say, okay, how many men have sex with their wife twice a week? And a bunch of guys go, oh, we do. How many men have sex with their wife once a week? And the guys go, we do. And he gets saying, how many guys have sex with their wife once a month? Some guys go, me do. And he thinks, have I got everyone? And he thinks, is there anyone who only has sex with their wife once a year? And one guy bounces to his feet going, yes, me. I have sex with my wife once a year. And the priest says, why are you so excited about it? He goes, because it's tonight. Stupid joke. I've always liked it. Kirsten, never been to Adelaide. There you go. Well, maybe we need to do a road trip. Or a flight trip, just all meet up in Adelaide and then do a road trip to like distilleries and stuff and have a thing. Yeah. Abigail, that's an excellent t-shirt. We do butt stuff, whiskey butt stuff. Some of the whiskey distillers should have that on a t-shirt. like the huge butt barrel and just like, we do butt stuff. Earthcrow, an Irish fella on YouTube likes Sir Steve-O Timothy, which is a very fun YouTube channel. If you've never seen it, it's weird as fuck and very funny and very Irish. Sir Steve-O Timothy is this guy who just, it's satire, and he just has these weird rants while he's in his car, and he's not quite on speaking terms with reality. And it's like he has his girlfriend or wife in the car, and he's just shouting all the time. It's very fun. Yes, Abigail, nobody but whiskey distillers will get the joke, but yeah, but that's it. That's a niche joke. You got to love niche jokes. Yeah, I think that's it, Kirsten. We do a fly trip to Adelaide, and then go on a bus for distillery tours. We should absolutely plan this for some time this year. What you looking for? I think it's in the bathroom. You can ask and check. So, the tape measures. Yeah, we should organize that for some time this year. Fly to Adelaide and then do a bus tour from there. I don't know. That sounds like a good idea to me. We do it. Let's do it. It definitely sounds like a good idea to me, actually. I mean, sometime in the far distant future, I'd love to just do a whole coastal road trip all the way around to South Australia and around Western Australia, because there's some spectacular scenery. But I think, yeah, for ease, if we're going to do an Adelaide thing, fly to Adelaide and then get a bus for a distillery tour. Chris, you drive the bus but have no idea what you're doing. Less than optimal. Less than optimal. But yeah, oh yes, I have mentioned I'm going to get an Adelaide gin soon from Steve the bartender. Well, he didn't say when he's doing it. He just messaged me and said he was going to send me some of his gin, and I was very excited. So we'll see what happens on this front. So just going to see if we got a message. Okay. No, fucking stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. What the fuck? Honestly. Okay. So I think I've sorted out the jacket issue. Just had to check a message. It's like friend requests on, yeah, friend requests on Facebook from, I'm really sorry if a hot woman ever sends me a friend request on Facebook, but I basically just delete them because they're all porn spam. And so, yeah, if a hot woman ever wants to be my friend on Facebook, I'm probably just going to reflexively delete the friend request because they're always porn spam. Holy shit. Cowhacking Vegan loves niche jokes. Still got the t-shirt that says save the telomeres. But now you've brought it up, Abigail, I think I actually want to get a t-shirt that has a barrel on it that says, I do butt stuff. Maybe the second line, whiskey barrel butt stuff. Or maybe just leave it. So it's this incredibly niche joke about large barrels. Just have the like a cartoon of a barrel and just like, I do butt stuff. Why not? I agree. You keep getting that rubbish. Yeah, dating ad apps. Yeah. Help, my telomeres are shrinking. Oh dear. The most troubling thing with the porn spam on Facebook with the friend requests is when I get a friend request and it pops up and it says, you have 5 mutual friends. I'm like, for fuck's sake. And so I just go and look and I just want to message all these guys and go, what the fuck is wrong with you? This is obviously spam. What the fuck? Someone with shows you a picture with tits and your brain stops working. That's like, for God's sake. It's terrible. It's pathetic. But yeah, there's just the spam friend requests on Facebook, I think, kind of go in waves. I'll go a little while without getting any of them, then I'll get multiple in a day. And it's just like that one that I just deleted then, the image wasn't as obvious because as soon as if I see the profile image is, bikini or cleavage or whatever, okay, that's spam. This one was just, a long shot. You couldn't even see the person in it. And I went, I bet it's still spam. And I looked, and the first thing was, join this dating website. It's like, get fucked. Okay. Earth Grey, you get them on Instagram. I don't think I get them on Instagram. But people just follow you on Instagram. You don't do the friend thing on Instagram. I don't know. I don't know Instagram that well. I just post pictures on Instagram and don't pay too much attention. The pictures are usually street art or flowers. Very, very not on brand for the Angry Aussie YouTube channel. It's usually street art or flowers and the occasional cheeky selfie, as the saying goes. But I posted speaking of Instagram, I posted the cheesy photo of me and Tamia from today, which thumbnail for pose, shaking cocktail shakers. Earth Grey, you take a picture of food on your face. I do that too. Oh, yeah, they follow you, then send you a message. I do get that occasionally on Instagram. And yeah, occasionally the messages on Twitter, Safa, yeah. But anyway, it's 10 o'clock. Been wonderful spending time with you this Sunday evening. Oh, you like the photo, Salimi? It was fun. Mrs. Angry took it. We just said, can you take a picture? This will be for Instagram and for the thumbnail on YouTube. Shake it, shake it, shake. So silly, but I love it. So good night, one and all. Excellent evening with you all. Won't be on tomorrow night. Probably will be on Tuesday night though, not during the week. And yeah, it seems like I'm getting people who want to actually come over for the Friday night live stream. So who knows? Might have special guests physically here in future live streams, which would be fun. But either way, take care of yourself, you fine and wonderful people. I hope to see you again soon.